here on this, it just for experience a little bit, the little bit different the title. There was nothing wrong with the title before. It's just like I realized when I was studying about this subject on the books. They talk about spirits that are returning now, but also spirits that are coming for the first time. And then to put everything together, say, okay, let's just put incarnating that in. It comprises all the spirits, right? So here, let me see. I prepared for this study on these books. And I started with the Genesis, the chapter 18, the time. The time has come. Signs of the Times, the New Generation, and the book that I read, that Planetary Transition, Dawn of a New Era, and Rumo do Mundo de Regeneração, which I translated because there's not yet in English. It's On the Way of the World of Regeneration. All these three books by Divaldo Franco and Manuel Filomeno de Miranda, talking about the subject about all this moment, right? Okay, so on the Genesis, the Spirit said, like, the chapter start like this, the signs of the times, and this is like, you guys know, the book was in 1850. The Genesis was in the end of the 60, one of the last ones, but so kind of the second half of the 1800s when it was written. And the spirits already told us like the time set by God has come, and we are told everywhere in which great events will occur for the regeneration of humankind. And Marcia gave the presentation about this subject, and Katie did, and then we have information from Emmanuel called this period. It's about 300 years, which is like 100 years before the Consoler, and then it will probably finish. Now we are kind of in the last hour, right? And it said that probably will finish in like on this century, right? This transition, right? But let's go. So here in this on the Genesis, they say that our planet, like everything else, is subject to the law of progress. And it progresses physically through the transformation of the elements that compose it, and morally through the purification of the incarnate and discarnate spirit. And we know already this physically transformations. It's not only us that it will evolve, our planet, too, which has been happening since the beginning, right? So that's why we saw this as natural disasters like the tsunami of like the Indonesia, which this book, the first book of the Divaldo was written about that. So it's a natural event, right? That it's necessary actually that our planet also evolve, because moving to a planet of regeneration, it will be a more calm like civilization, right? So, and we're gonna have a different atmosphere, environment, and we're not gonna have all those like seismic events and volcanoes, all this very natural disaster. It's gonna be an era of more calm. So it is need that our planet also evolve. Okay. So, and then they said, like, there is a moral catalysm that in a few moments swallow up the institution of the past and it is succeeded by a new order of things that stabilize little by little. Peace is definitely restored. So why I'm showing this picture here, it's really sad because the way we live in our planet now, the way we interact socially, the way we interact with nature, it's not working. It's not like we need to change, and that's unfortunately it's the planet that we live. We treat our planet here, and I show the example of like the beach, but we know how we treat each other. We treat like um, how, how the social problems and many political problems that we have. It's not much different the way we treat nature, right? So, okay, just so having reached adulthood, humankind will have new needs and greater and higher aspirations. It will understand the ancientness of the ideas in which it had been cradled and the inability of institutions to bring happiness. The picture before showed the way our model here, right? So, and what do we need? We need to move to this. That's the world we want to live, right? But that's not going to happen by magic. We need to change. And who's going to clean up the mess? We. We're going to clean up this mess. And for clean up this mess, we need to change ourselves. We need to change our like institution, the way we do in all sectors of society, in everything, education, politicians, and nature, the way we live, the way we eat, the way we shop, like the way we interact with others, with each other socially. So we need to change. But this is, like I said, it's not going to happen by magic. So, and it's very beautiful message. Like they said, that at different periods of time, elite individuals sought to drive humankind along that path. But humankind is still quite young, remain deaf, and their teachings become the good seed that fell on the rock soil. We know many of these individuals that came in the past, people that were misunderstood in the past. Like many of that, they great leaders of the past that brought messages of love, and we were so brutal, and we were they say we are not ready, but they said that the seed, right, was there, but we still couldn't use. But God never left us alone, always send like these great spirits and like to come and then to show us the way, right? And then what is today? We are on the end of this transition, right? And as they say that today humankind is mature enough to set its sights higher than it ever has in order to assimilate broader ideas and to comprehend what it did not comprehend before. Because we know that so much the way we live, the thought in our institutions are wrong. We know already, but in some way we struggle to make things right. Okay, so here on the continue on the Genesis, they call about the new generation. And they said, in order for people to be happy on earth, it must be populated only by good, incarnated, and discarnated spirit who desire nothing but the good. So according to a podcast I watched, and I heard this information from Haroldo, if one later. No, on Earth, we have 21 billion spirits connected with Earth. So we know we are almost 8 billions now. So like 2 in 3 are disincarnated. So around the earth, we have all these spirits that are connected with with earth. And it's interesting because they said only be populated by good incarnated and disincarnated. So the intention, okay, the when we go into the regeneration, not only the ones are incarnated, but the ones are around the orb in the spirit needs to be spirits that have the intention of good, right? So here, now, they said that once such a time has come, there will be a great emigration among those who inhabit the earth. Those who practice evil for evil's sake and are untouched by the sentiment of the good will no longer be worth of the transformed planet. We have free will, right? But God has an agenda for us, right? Think about that. Your kid go to school. We go to school, right? Some days we miss the school, we late. There is tolerance, right? But the planning and the school continued. So if I miss the school every day, what's gonna happen? I can't be in that school anymore, right? I need to be sent to another school because I cannot follow those students that are there, and they are with intention, they want to learn, but I don't wanna. I am just missing school. I am doing like evil things or something. I don't want to learn. So that's basically the same. Like I think God gave free will, but in some time, we need to move on, right? And the planet needs, and all the people that are really working on and to become better, right? So, like, what is the spirits of the new era, right? And they say that the present age is one of the transition. Yes, everybody know that. And the member of both generations mixed together. Right? And these two generations hold ideas and views that are complete opposites. And we see this today. For one lado, we see people like with totally opposite like a behavior, right? People are there like speaking about more fraternal, they want to change, they want social justice, they want gender justice, they want better education, they want people, everyone have like dignity and doesn't have all this disparity of live and poverty. So there are people there, but unfortunately there are some people holding, they want to hold power, they don't want to change the way they are living because the way they live for them, it's good for them, even though they don't know it's not good for them either, because are stopping them also to evolve spiritually, right? So, and then we see this now. We see this clash of ideas, and then they are coexisting, right? So here, they kind of describe what are these? The new generation by who are these people? They have a precocious intelligence and reason combined with an innate sentiment of good and spiritualist beliefs and a mistake sign of certain degree of previous judgments. We know when we meet like people like that, like they have the good right in their heart, their ideas, it's for the good for everyone, right? And then here they explain it will not be composed exclusively of eminent Holy Spirit. Oh, thanks God. Otherwise I wouldn't be here, right? Can I have a chance? What is that? So, and then, but of those who having already progressed are predisposed to assimilating progressive ideas and are capable of upholding the regenerative movement. So you're gonna have this mix of like the spirit. Some are like the teachers, right? The masters. They come and they show the and even though sometimes it's really hard for us to understand that idea, it seems so different, we kind of open our hearts or and started to understand with the time that it's the way we can fix our problems here. So I put these girls here because I found they are like, who are these people? I see them like they are amazing because you see these young people out there and so young they are at like fighting, like making like this the activist, and they speak for the minority, for the justice, yeah, and it's like like you say, like they show this like how say so courageous, right? They are so confident. Like Greta Thunberg, she's like she starts so early. I don't know, like 10 years old or something. She was already there, and she's done so much. Yeah, she speaks for the environment and human rights activists. She's amazing. She is amazing. Malala Yousafzai, it's great. She is activist for the education in Pakistan, and she's the youngest, the Nobel Prize winner, right? And for whoever watched the inauguration, I thought she was amazing. Amanda Gorman, she's such a great artist, so smart, and her poetry is just so beautiful, right? And so we have like this great, like a great, like spirits are there, people that are showing us to be courage, right? To just go speak up for for the minority and to change the way we do things. So, but not only just the great. So, what is the spirits having the last chance? So, rebellious spirits against God, they are refusing to acknowledge any power, superhuman power. It's like a very materialist people, right? And really like a not accepting like equal rights. They're having really degrading passions and anti-fraternal sentiments of selfishness, pride, envy, jealousy, and attachment to like everything is really material, sensuality, ambition, and greed. And we really see this. We see this in the media, we see this, but we see the good thing too. So, but unfortunately, like for these views that I want to continue to be this way, the planet actually is not going to be good for them because they need another planet to evolve, because the vibration of the planet is like is not so they will still, many of them is still having the last is gonna have like some chance, others no. And who knows this? Only God knows who can stay, who was really have the very sincere intention in their heart to change, and the other ones are not ready for that, right? So here they explain what's gonna happen with the spirits. They they some of them gonna leave. They one like must understand that the struggle kids, the ones don't like anti-progress. They will be taken to from the earth and to another more primitive world. Yeah. But many others, like I said, will come back to Earth, yeah, because many have given into the driving force of the circumstance and examples. Their outer is worse than their core. It means like they will sometimes when they disincarnated and they understand the evil they are doing, and then they will come back. So what is going to happen with this world? The good spirits that are coming, they will help those that need help, right? And then this, and the Genesis, there was really a nice example of this when I advise you guys to go and see. They said like a regiment of like a soldiers, when in the beginning you might have like for example, like a seven, if there is this regiment, it has like 100 soldiers, and probably like a 70, like 70 soldiers are really not like a good soldiers, and only 30. So the regiment is dominated by bad soldiers. Right? And then by year, for example, like each 25 of these soldiers are being replaced by good ones until probably like on the end of like 3 years, we have the opposite situation where like 75% of these are very good soldiers mixed with very, very good, and the ones with tension, and only few are still kind of struggling. So that's why they explain to us. It's like being replaced, like I said, but we know that this it's intensifying right now. So on the book, Planetary Transition, I put this message, because really, really cool message of this spirit, kids Orion, called Orion, and he came on this reunion on the realm, like there's spirit reunion, and this has happened uh, when after the Indonesia tsunami. So when the spirits they make this reunion to help, but also the spirits came like say, listen, things are going to get really hard right now for the earth, but it's necessary, right? And they called this, he told where he was coming from. Right? He was coming from the constellation of Taurus, from the Pleiades, announcing that he was intensive, the incarnation of the spirits will be like more and more. So I wanted to I did a bit of research because I love like everything related to astronomy and stars. That's why I have so much fun preparing for this. These spirits come Alcyon. So Alcyon, it's a cluster, right, of a star. And like I said, it's in a constellation of Taurus. It's like 7 like stars. Yeah. And they said it's dominated by like this very beautiful blue, like light. I can't imagine a blue sun. It must be gorgeous, right? And then they said like I reading the information that it's actually one of the closest star, the closest star clusters to Earth, and they think that Galileo already saw that with like that like primitive telescope, right? And just for you guys see like the comparison here, this is Alcyon and this is our sun. It's like and yeah, and there's more information if you guys Google. It's amazing. It's really super hot. So just for we know who are those friends are coming, right? So here I put the like he explained, nah, like it was so beautiful when he was saying like this is beautiful globe, very special, like this blue color, And they said, Orion said, they were coming many thousands of his from Alcyon in from a call of the governor of planet Earth, that we all know that in name of the like a calling Jesus called them to help us. So, and he explained that in the past there was a lot of very primitive spirits. Karina, don't make noise now. And he said that a lot of the spirits from the past, very primitive, they were taken away for a time from Earth and setting those visions, because if they continue, they will be very prejudicial to the evolvement of the Earth and society. But now they are allowing to come back as the last chance for them. And it's interesting because they allow we become more progressive and making like some advance in our society, that when they incarnating now, they're going to find a lot of like restraint, right? Because we have laws that are against the prejudice of these spirits. So that's why sometimes we see things in the news are shocking, right? And then we fight why some people can do such evil, can harm other people like this. But when we see that, we need to really pray, right? And send the good message that they can open their hearts for the message, open their mind to transformation, right? And yeah, they're having the last opportunity now. And if it's not, they will send to more primitive world where they will learn, it will be a better, right, planet for them. So here, he explained to us why we need spirits from another Earth to moralize our planet. First, they don't have any previous ties from like existence here. They're coming, they don't have ties. They didn't have like karma or connected with anyone. So they come for love. I'll totally for love, because if you imagine you live in a happy, like a planet, and come immerse themselves in such a planet, we have like so much to learn. It's unconditional love, like just to help us. Yeah. And because they're super smart people, but they are also experienced. They went through like many of the things that we are going through now. So they know, right? They're strong, exactly, because they don't have only the intellectual, they have the moral and the strong to face, right, the sacrifice to be here. So here, it's a message when he said like millions of the spirits, then they happen already happening, and then like telling like the confrontation, self-love, to fight against like a destructive violence, and just to eliminating all these passions and that, and then characterized by mercy and compassion. And they are coming, but others come before them, right? To open the path. And we know in the past so many great spirits that came in many eras to give the message for a better planet. Many that come, but they are coming more now, because like we listen this all the time, and that you need to speed up the change that happening in our planet. Okay, so here on the book they said that also on this beginning this new era, it's program Jesus, there is a return of the philosopher and sage from the past. And many of them that they said, the ancient prophets, creators of religions, pre-Socratics, high order spirits from the 4th century, all those, they are coming now. Many probably already incarnated, and many other are will come to help us. And the book, the Planetary Transition, is really interesting because first, like the spirits of Alcyon, they were first, they need to stay for a time in this they call vessels of spiritual colonies around the earth. Why? Because imagine it that these spirits, they almost they don't have like almost the organic body like us. Actually, this is it's what I understood from when I was reading. Their organic body resemble more our perispirit, because they almost don't have perispirit anymore. Like their spirit absorb almost as perispirit. So it's really light, right? Very subtle, like a body. And probably they absorb the nutrition that they absorb from the sun, from the nature, from the things like so. They needed to stay in these colonies because they need to create a perispirit body to be able to incarnate on Earth, right? Because they never incarnated here, and to learn more. So they stay for a period of time in these colonies. It's really beautiful. You guys, the dawn of the new era, there is a chapter about that, showing how they needed to stay, and they need to expand their spirit to create to assimilate all this the psychosphere of the earth and create this very spirit body that for them to incarnate it on earth. But the missionaries, like all the people that came in the past, like I mean, they don't need to stay because they were here before. They probably came many times. They come, and it's in the book. They said they will reformulate also their ideas. Why? Because when they came, for example, if you came in the 4th century, so people are very different today, right? So they need we can accept more broad ideas. Okay.
Chris, as you asked me, it's 8:32. Okay.
Thank you. So, and with all these spirits here, how can we do to not only help, what this all mean to us? We cannot stay like a passive, right? This is mean like that we need to like in the book is talk what we need to do to be part of this process. First, like we need to open our mind for new ideas and habits, and that align with the world. Like how I know a idea it's good. It's just simple. It's if you apply to the law of love, it is good, right? So, but we need to assimilating this new ideas that come to change our society in areas, and to participating on that, like not being passive, right? Like a moral transformation, eliminating this primitive passion for the emotional fraternity, and being really grateful to be here now. We are living a very important moment on the earth, on this planet. 21 billion, like for us to be here, like we are here, two are there waiting. So for us was granted the permission to come. It's not only be grateful, but the way I feel is like it's commitment too, right, to this moment, because like that there is like a two are there for me to waiting for coming, but I bless the opportunity to come, right, on this planet. So and be grateful for these spirits to be there, and they need on the book, one of the great things, like they need our prayers, because they will feel many times the spirits is going to feel that people don't understand them, right? And there's a lot of spirits that they don't want the progress, they don't want to change, and they are fighting back with everything that come and take away their power. So we need to transform ourselves, we need to help them, we need to pray for them, and for all the other ones are actually struggling too, that they can change themselves and come back here, because many of the spirits, they are disincarnated, but they are now on the way out preparing to come back and to work for this new era, right? So it's just like the myth, like it's, for me, like reading about this, like it's really grateful, and be how many good like people are there doing good things, and then let's pay attention to good things and not the bad stuff, because we are not alone, right? Our master never always sending this great spirit to help us. So here, now the books, like if you guys want, those are really, really great material for this. The Genesis, absolute, I like it, awesome, like really great material for what we are living now. It seems that they was written right now because it's so updated, but we are, and thank you so much for being here and talk with you guys. And I will now do like a final prayer. And